Jake, I sure hope you're not going to add any of that secret talk from the beginning into the video.
Well, then I guess it starts right here.
Well, I mean, you can start a little before for funnies, but the fans can't know what we have in store for them.
Yeah. Just cleverly edit around it.
Yeah. But yeah, so I guess we're in it. Apparently it's episode 16? Or is it 15?
16.
Oh, wow. 16.
16 episodes.
16.
I'm really proud of us. We've been doing this for 16 weeks straight.
So this is like our quinceañera or whatever. Or was that last week?
Yeah.
I think it's 15?
Yeah. We've never skipped a week?
No, there was one that we like skipped the Tuesday and did it on Saturday, like that transition.
Yeah.
Wow.
We never skipped one. We're consistent. And that's what the YouTube algorithm likes, which is why when you type in Pro Football Focus, it's us, our video, then Pro Football Focus's profile, and then 2 more videos of us. So
wow.
We got it right there.
We're moving up.
Yeah. We got
when
it
you
right.
type us in, it's actually us now?
Yeah, you go on, like I went on my work computer on private and type in Pro Football Focus, and we're the first thing, and it's all of our videos, and then Pro Football Focus is just the profile in there.
Ha!
Oh, yeah.
Those punk bitches over at Pro Football
Yeah.
Focus.
Dude, we're punking them all day long. Really bullying them out of the dominance on YouTube.
This is our market.
They don't use science.
But since we're not science bitches, do you guys want to start and just get right into it with the Hot 32?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Oh, well, I mean, speaking of which, welcome to Pro Football Focus. I'm Hunter. Austin's here.
What's going on?
We got Jake. And we don't have a guest. It's just the trifecta this week.
Yeah, doing a classic.
Yeah. We really wanted the 16th episode to be like the first, reminisce back.
And we really wanted Rick, but as you guys know, he's been hard to get a hold of.
You're on Rick so hard. That's probably why he's hard to get a hold of. The dude's just trying to golf and relax.
Yeah.
Listen,
wait till it starts to get cold and he can't golf anymore.
Maybe. We'll see, but then he'll be, oh, no, I was at somewhere. I don't know. There's going to be some sort of excuse. You'll see.
Wow.
I was at a beer tasting event. I
I
don't know why I'm giving Rick like the Dan Mullen.
Yeah. Don't do him dirty like that.
He doesn't sound like that. But without further ado, let's start the Hot 32. In Arizona, likened face-wise by many to Hollywood movie star Ryan Gosling, Cliff Kingsbury has never had a difficult time attracting women. But at the ripe old age of 40, he turns 41 on Sunday, he has yet to start a family of his own, which has long been at the top of his list of life goals.
I bet he hears that at Thanksgiving from maybe his grandma or something.
When are we having grandchildren, Cliff?
When are you going to settle down?
Find yourself a nice woman.
You got that mansion.
So in Atlanta, Matt Ryan said that while Calvin Ridley doesn't get the attention he deserves because of Julio Jones, the people who have to guard him know he's elite.
Whoa.
In Baltimore, Ravens say that rookie James Roche
James J. Roche.
I would be with Roche.
putting him at punt returner. I feel like the Ravens have always had pretty good return game. Or at least
Good special teams. Jim Harbaugh used to be a special teams guy.
Yeah.
There you go.
Or John Harbaugh. Don't want disrespect.
In Buffalo, Jake Fromm, when talking about his past, racist tweets, he says that he admits that he made a mistake, but he claims that's not who he is.
Nice. Carolina. The Panthers' Russell Okung's agent says that you can pump the brakes on the retirement talk.
Wow. In Chicago, recently Mike Ditka criticized players who kneel for the anthem, Bears linebacker Danny Trevathan
Nice.
then tweeted, quote, "Some of you old heads, legends and coaches, are starting to really speak y'all minds when we see you all true colors. Now let me speak minds. Shut your ass up. If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. Hashtag no games. Hashtag that's that."
Wow.
Yeah.
Beef in the Windy City.
With Mike Ditka.
In Cincinnati, our beefing company lies there. But in Cincinnati, Von Bell says that Joe Burrow had that swagger to him in Ohio State.
It's high praise from Von Bell.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow's looking pretty beefy right now. He's pretty jacked.
Really?
Compared?
Pretty tasty, that's for sure.
He is
Wow.
tasty.
I saw a video of him throwing, and it looked like he doesn't have much zip on the ball.
I saw a video of Gardner Minshew throwing the other day, and I got like half chubbed.
Wow.
All these camp footage, it's really getting me excited.
Yeah.
Speaking of getting excited, Kevin Stefanski says he's been impressed by Baker Mayfield.
I have a fun Baker Mayfield story
All right.
for when we're done with this.
In Dallas, Mike McCarthy said he's impressed with Dak Prescott.
Wow.
A lot of
Everyone-
impressiveness.
Everyone's
this
impressed.
offseason.
In Denver, fun lighthearted story for the kids. The Broncos website accidentally sold a bunch of hats on their website that read the Denver Broncos. They quickly discontinued the hat after a bunch of Chiefs fans started buying them up for clout.
In Detroit, when asked what position he will line up at this season, Jamie Collins said, "Go check my stats. My stats is through the roof every season. It is like what it is. Inside, outside, it's my job."
I thought Jamie Collins opted out.
I mean, apparently not.
In Green Bay, the
Are you
Packers.
thinking of Donta Hightower?
I thought Jamie Collins also opted out, but okay.
I think so.
In Green Bay, the Packers visit with wide receiver Malik Turner.
Well, I think he visited with them.
They visit together.
But down in Houston, Janice McNair donates $1 million for the Houston Rent Relief Fund.
Who's this J. Nice McNair? Is that Bob McNair's wife?
Probably. She's some old lady.
Out of Indianapolis, newly acquired Colts D lineman and Eskimo brother of a former guest of the show, DeForest Buckner, said that his yearly goal is to break the sack record.
Nice.
Lofty expectations.
For Jacksonville, Inside Hook poses the question if the Jaguars possibly have slid back to the worst team in the NFL.
Maybe. Who knows?
I don't know. Inside Hook knows.
Kansas City. Hail to the Chiefs begins Monday on NFL Network. And I guess that's just going to be like a bunch of Chiefs Super Bowl run programming.
Nice.
Cool.
The Chargers, Tyrod Taylor says that he's going to continue to prepare like a starter.
It's probably what you should do like every time.
Yeah.
In the other Los Angeles team, the Rams posted some pictures of players rocking the new uniforms on Twitter. This drew a negative reaction from the fans, many asking if the new uniforms can be quarantined. One Twitter person said, "Rams are out here looking like Best Buy employees," which they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've you heard it here first on Pro Football Focus. The Rams uniforms suck.
Yeah. The numbers look super weird.
But in Las Vegas, John Gruden loves new defensive tackle Malik Collins. It's probably a grinder.
Yeah, I was going to say, would you say he's a Gruden grinder?
I mean, I would only assume.
I'm glad they
So-
have love and not infatuation.
I don't know who slapped this one on here, but in Miami, apparently ESPN doesn't like the Dolphins roster.
Whoa.
What's
hard-
that supposed to mean? We can get in that later, I guess.
In Minnesota, former Vikings corner Captain Munnerlin was arrested in Miami for, quote, writing bad checks.
Just some check fraud happens here and there.
New England, Bill Belichick appears to be in prime form as he responded to a question about the Patriots' first team walkthrough yesterday, saying, The coaches coached and players played. The walkthroughs are walkthroughs. They're walkthroughs.
He's ready. He's ready.
Drew Brees and Emmanuel Sanders are forming a bond over quarantine. We've had lunch and got to chop it up. We got to know each other, Sanders said. On the field, that's going to work itself out, but off the field, it's pretty cool to be able to get to know a guy and know what he's about. So they're really broing out.
Yeah.
Chopping out.
Yeah, I like how we got to chop it up. I've never heard that before.
He said that, I just pictured the Drew Brees hand-in-hand tweet, just really chopping it up.
We got to chop it up, break it down. You know how it goes. In New York, the Giants, DeAndre Baker is in some hot water.
Just a little bit. Also in New York, the Jets have cut wide receiver Quincy Enunwa.
Big Quincy. Philadelphia, the Eagles waived 2 players, D-tackle Bruce Hector and undrafted rookie free agent Prince Smith, and are apparently close to signing Vinny Curry.
Whoa.
In Pittsburgh, Steelers signed free agent safety Curtis Riley. He started only 3 games for the Raiders, and this was last week's news. So
that was one that I couldn't decide if it was last week or not. So
yep.
You can make something up about the Steelers if you want.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no.
Say
So
something about Big Ben.
yeah, Steelers actually just released Big Ben because he's too small and can't live up to his burly past.
Well, easy there, Jake. You don't want to be defaming him. What's that called? Slander?
Yeah.
We don't want a lawsuit going on.
It's a non-slander show. But in San Francisco, Jimmy Garoppolo is ESPN's bounce-back candidate for the 49ers.
In Seattle, apparently the Seahawks have cooled on free agent Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
Okay. In Tampa Bay, LeBron James took his talents to Tampa Bay in the Lakers bubble Madden tournament, choosing the super team in typical fashion.
Wow. For Tennessee, Vic Beasley, who had recently been a training camp no-show, has reported for COVID-19 testing.
What was he trying to hide, I wonder? Out of Washington, the football team, Quentin Dunbar has had all charges dropped, so things are looking good for them.
Nice.
Big Q, back at it.
All right.
But yeah, what do you, Austin, which one do you want to talk about? That's not a Bills story.
I mean, I think it's pretty bold that Danny Trevathan is starting beef with Mike Ditka in the Windy City.
I don't. Mike Ditka's old.
Yeah. But I wonder if Mike Ditka has a Twitter, and I wonder if he's seen these tweets.
I feel like Mike Ditka doesn't have a Twitter, or if he does, it's run by, like, someone in his office.
Yeah, he probably that's probably the scenario. He's just such an old school dude.
Yeah.
What I would like if I was his little office assistant is that I guarantee his office is a cigar office. So you can be ripping cigars all day.
Have you ever smoked a Mike Ditka cigar?
Probably not that high of quality one, because he's, well off. And
Oh, no, he has his own cigar brand.
Oh, no shit. I didn't know.
Yeah, I bought them at a cigar store before. They're only like $10 or $12, something like that.
Aren't they
They're not
awful?
bad. They got a big Mike Ditka golden seal on them.
Is it his face?
Yeah.
Nice.
This was like way back in high school. I smoked one of these bad chads.
Wow.
Yeah, so I don't know what they're doing nowadays.
I've been wanting to get a cigar, and because I haven't smoked a cigar in I don't even know how long.
After watching The Last Dance, I was half tempted to go get one.
That's why. Damn, everybody smokes cigars. Like, it's appealing to me now.
Yeah.
I want to get one. I just keep forgetting to go and get one.
There's nothing cooler than MJ just lacing up his shoes.
That motherfucker that's out to here.
Yeah. Playing some cards, taking other people's money.
Yeah. No, that's a good one.
Well, fellas, this isn't a basketball podcast, so Jake, what do you want to talk about?
Stick
I
to
want to talk about knowing the fact that I could be on the Broncos marketing team. You have 2 words to spell check, and it gets from from concept all the way to production by saying Denver Broncos.
yeah.
Like, and one,
Posted on the website.
that's are not cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so like
It's
chain
literally
of
just
command.
one stripe with some like sans serif bullshit.
Now, keep in mind, some of these people in the marketing department might be laid off due to COVID or something.
That's
You
a
don't
serif
know.
font. That is not a sans serif
Yeah, I
font.
was gonna say, Jake, don't you dare.
Yeah, no, that's a serif font. It should have been sans serif and not looked like that.
But no, so definitely like hat gets made, someone takes a picture of the hat, someone takes that picture and puts it on the internet. You're
Yeah.
right. Where in that chain was everybody like, oh yeah, this is a good hat? Oh shit, it says Broncos. Like nobody in the building
Oh
ever
no!
See, here's my thought: is that this was one of those things pushed off because everyone's like, we don't even know if we're gonna have a season. Da, 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 da. Or it's either that or it's such a simple design. They're like, you know what, we're gonna let the intern design a hat, okay? And he's just like, oh god, Broncos. It's like literally 2 words. Like, I understand, and trust me, there have been things that I've proofread at work, and everyone's proofread, and it's a whole catalog of stuff, and somewhere the is spelled TEH. I get it. It happens. But when all you have to do is make sure Denver is spelled right and make sure Broncos is spelled right, like that person needs fired or at least reprimanded. Like somebody's in the wrong here.
The graphics dude had to put that in Photoshop and cut out the background and put it on a white background. How, when you're doing that, like,
I mean, you had
5-minute process.
You had to make the PDF to send to the people to make the hat.
I mean, come on. These guys aren't spell checkers, guys.
You're
They're
right.
trying to do a more difficult job.
The place they work for.
Yeah. But would you guys have purchased this hat if you caught it on early enough when it was available?
That's funny.
It would have been a cool novelty.
I'd wear a Denver Broncos hat.
Would you wear a Broncos hat with a Redskins shirt?
I think the Broncos is a cooler name than the football team.
Yeah.
I think they should go Denver Broncos. Just go complete Islander theme.
Yeah, I don't think John Elway will stand for that, but
no, John Elway's probably furious about this hat.
Yeah.
He probably doesn't even know because he's busy with his John Elway Chevrolet and John Elway Cadillac.
He probably doesn't know because he's chewing on a big old bag of oats right now.
Yeah.
But
maybe a couple of sugar cubes.
That's really funny. And I think I might have to put an application in and just underneath my skills just have spell check.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, that's pretty heinous. I don't know how that happens. But so I'm interested in the San Francisco story. ESPN saying their bounce back candidate is Jimmy Garoppolo. Like, Jimmy Garoppolo was one of 2 quarterbacks in the Super Bowl. How
bounce back from
yeah, what's the bounce back?
Well, I mean, I guess the Rams didn't have a good bounce back.
Maybe they mean that he'll get back to the Super Bowl.
Maybe, I guess. I just think people don't think he had like a really good season. I think people think that the Niners defense is what did everything for him.
Yeah.
But I still think Jimmy is like for sure, unquestionably like top 15. Like he's in the plus side of the half.
I'd still give him top 10.
Maybe even so. I'd have to look at a list to go top 10, but still.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see where they get that from.
It is interesting. It's interesting, these takes that people make that seem like underthought, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to have this whole article about how he's a bounce back, but like, why not choose like Seahawks or Saints? Like somebody who was like almost there and they have to bounce back.
Like Nick Foles.
The fucking Exactly. You made it to the fucking Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Like,
you want to talk about a bounce back guy, signs this huge deal in Jacksonville, breaks his collarbone, first play of the game or whatever, on a touchdown, by the way, so that's pretty cool. But then goes into this situation with Mitchell Trubisky, who's supposed to be this, the for sure starter. But Nick Foles is probably going to go in there and win a bunch of games in Chicago.
Yeah, that would be a better option than Jimmy Garoppolo.
You think?
Yeah, probably. I mean, Jimmy G, like, what else is there for him to do? Like, they're not going to just change their offense and start slinging around. He's going to have these sick numbers.
Oh, I thought you meant like just a better quarterback option.
Yeah.
You mean a better bounce
back player. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
There's just way more room to bounce back for Foles.
Yeah.
I think even like Tom Brady could be considered a better bounce back. Like,
yeah.
Didn't make it to the Super Bowl, moved to a different team. He's ready to bounce back. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, they made the playoffs though.
But I mean, that's why we're top reporters and ESPN is not. So
one thing I'll be interested to see, and it's not really a bounce back, but like I want to see how this off season, like, or how the season's set up, how many players never really reached their full potential from training hard and were just like partying during the season. Like now that they won't be able to. Like I wonder if like Nelson Aguilar will have a really good year randomly, just from being able to train and practice more.
Well, I think
or
it's
like
a good season for a lot of players because so many people are sitting out. This is going to be a chance for other people to be like, hey, like I'm good too. And they might, once it goes back to like a full team, might get a spot they wouldn't have gotten otherwise, or like had a harder time proving it,
Yeah, I'm sure the Patriots will have a bunch of guys step up that we'd never heard of.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean,
Wafu.
hopefully we can see, Cash Mulia.
Listen, Pat Chung is sitting out, dude. Obi's stepping in. $50 on Cameo.
You think Obi's in there, dude? Is Obi on the Patriots still?
I think.
Wow. I mean, yeah. If Obi finally gets his
dark
shot,
horse candidate for DPOY.
If he could just refine his skill set, and that's the thing Belichick's good at doing, he could really turn Obi into a Hall of Fame player.
Maybe we can get Bill Belichick on here.
Obi's 6'4", 207. He's jumped super high.
Yeah. Olympics jumps.
No, he's a free agent.
Belichick, do you understand how the Hot 32 works? Like, you read the ones there.
Yeah, I've watched an episode.
Good show. Good report. But all right. Well, the only news, if you guys have nothing else about the Hot 32.
Yeah, I'm done with that Hot 32. It's a cold 32 now.
DeAndre Baker.
Nice.
Finally, the story comes to a head.
Yeah, Austin, let us know what happened with our boy DeAndre.
Well, I mean, I'll have to take a peek back at this. Was it on Twitter that we sent it?
Yeah. I feel like you're just like our crime guy.
Well, all right. So it says here that DeAndre Baker has been charged with 4 counts of robbery with a firearm. And if convicted, the mandatory minimum is 10 years and up to life in state prison.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the dude obviously robbed some people with some guns. If you're getting 4 counts of robbery, like how many people did he stick up at this party?
I think as long as they have Madden in jail, he'll be fine.
That's another thing. The Madden defense obviously fell through.
Yeah.
So somebody said he wasn't playing Madden.
Sad to see.
I think we should just, start a grassroots movement to get the Madden bill passed and, turn things around.
I think we might need to look into, like, justice reform or something because if I walk into a house, okay, and there's 5 people in there and I point a gun at them and I say, hey, give me all your money, that should be 1 count of burglary, or armed robbery, not 5 counts. Like, I only did it 1 time. There were just 5 people there.
I robbed the baby that was sleeping in the other room. Like,
yeah, but Hunter, if Kellen Winslow's on the run and he's raping 5 people in one day and they're all 50-some-year-old ladies,
that's all one day, and those are all different occurrences. Absolutely. But if I'm in one house and there's 5 people in there and I rob all of them at once, that's 1 robbery. If I went to the house next door and did the same thing, that's 2.
I think it would be if they're in my opinion, if you go into a house and there's 5 people and you rob each of them, if they're related, if they're a direct family, like it's a mom and dad and 2 kids, and you say, each of you give me something, that's 1. But if it's 5 separate people that aren't related, I think that's 5.
I can see that, but what if that were to happen on a boat? What would the maritime law be there?
I think that's international waters. That's like pirate territory.
Yeah, I don't even want to get in on that.
We'll save that for the maritime law podcast.
Yeah.
Welcome back to Maritime Law. We're going to go to Section 3, Article A.6.
All right.
So
So
today it looks
hypothetically,
like somebody was illegally dumping their stuff in a British channel.
hypothetically, if DeAndre Baker did this on a boat somewhere in the Atlantic,
To be a cargo hold. That is right, cargo hold. If this were a sailboat, that's a different story.
So basically, long story short, well, this has been a long story. It's been going on for a few weeks. But DeAndre Baker looking like he's going to not be playing football this year.
all right. So before we get into the Darius Geis story, I just want to say, like, a few days ago, Adrian Peterson said, like, hey, I want to play for 5 more years and I want to break Emmitt Smith's rushing record. And he's like 4,000 yards behind. Well, he was backing up Darius Geis. And he like dropped this, like, he acted like he was definitely going to start. I wonder if he had some inside scoop on what was about to go down.
Maybe.
Yeah,
You said he's like 4,000 yards behind?
Yeah. And AP's 35 years old.
Oof. I'll have you know.
He said he wants to win a Super Bowl too.
Austin, I'll have you know, I think Maurice Jones-Drew, the second to last year he played, he also said he was going to break Emmitt Smith's rushing record. So
Yeah, it's like damn near impossible.
yeah.
I used
But
to have a type of signed Emmitt Smith memorabilia, and I don't know where it is.
But after what happened to Darius Geis, AP now has a starting job, maybe?
Yeah, for sure. Or will they give Samjay Perrine the role?
Maybe.
I don't even know if he's on the Washington team anymore. But before we get to the Darius scenarios, I have a funny story.
Go ahead.
So yesterday for work, I had to go to this baseball team's like end of season get together, and I had to interview some of the players. And these 2 kids were like, I pointed them out. I'm like, hey, do you guys want to do it? And they were like, and they were like chatting with each other, and I could hear them say, oh, can we do it together? And one of them, do you have a question, Jake?
What level of baseball is this? Is this children
They were like seniors.
in high school?
Yeah.
Okay. You said kids. I was unclear.
Gotcha. Well, I'm an adult, and they were children.
True.
So one of these kids was wearing a Baker Mayfield jersey, and the other one had a shirt that said like 2018 regional playoffs or something. And I heard him say, hey, can we do it together? And I was like, oh, guys, absolutely. You need to do it together. We don't see Baker in the playoffs together that much. Get down here, guys. And they were like, the kid with the Baker jersey was so defeated, and I ethered him in front of all of his friends, and he was very sad.
Did he go on with the interview?
Oh, yeah.
Way to neg him to start it.
Yeah, you have to. You got to build him down to bring him back up.
Yeah.
Or break him down to build him back up.
That's hilarious. You're just bullying high school kids.
Yeah. Well, they were seniors, so they're going to be adults soon.
True.
But
They're probably 18.
You know how hard the work is.
So Darius Geis, the running back who earlier this year claimed he was not injury prone, even though he has not played a full season or even a full half of a season in the NFL due to injuries. He was arrested and then subsequently cut from the Washington football team for domestic violence.
Yeah. Very unfortunate for the goose, the Joyce. But
When?
When?
I mean,
He was cut yesterday, I think.
Yeah, this all happened yesterday. I think it's kind of a good thing for the Washington football team to,
Good look.
because it's a good look. Like they released him immediately, and it kind of just throws off, like, this guy's been hurt the past couple of years, and they just keep going back to him. It's kind of getting a weird situation with backfield there. I think they get to start fresh, start fresh to RB position with 35-year-old AP.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, when you talk about fresh players, fresh pair of legs, I don't know if Adrian Peterson is in that list.
My God. Geis faces charges that include 1 count of strangulation, a felony, according to a spokesperson for the Loudoun County Sheriff's Office. The other charges are 3 counts of assault and battery, as well as 1 count of destruction of property.
Oh,
Wow.
man. I wonder, so if he got 3 counts, going back to what we were talking about earlier, do you think this was all the same thing, the same occasion, or
I
different?
don't think it was the same occasion. I feel like it was definitely the same girl, though.
Yeah.
I really don't even understand counts because I'm not a law dog.
Law Dog would be a good cartoon. A dog lawyer that's called Law Dog.
And then he only represents the dogs in dog attack cases. So he was like, I got attacked by a dog. Like, I actually represent Cinnamon Bun. And
The child was taunting him. And he is a ferocious pit bull, so it is in his nature.
See, I was thinking it would be like more of a BoJack Horseman scenario where everybody's an animal. But
he would represent more than just dogs.
yeah, but he is the Law Dog.
I like my version better, but we can move on.
Okay, cool.
Actually, is it illegal in the NFL to have stem cells? Is that considered like if your knees are fucked up and you get stem cells injected into it, does that count as like PEDs?
I don't think so.
'Cause I mean, like, that's what like Adrian Peterson should do.
Well,
Like,
you
like
you definitely can't spray deer antler spray on your.
No, these aren't spray-on stem cells. These are injected stem cells.
Yeah, I'm sure
I
that's
don't
fine.
think you can do HGH anymore either.
Can you do the original jacked formula?
No.
Probably not.
If you can get your hands on some original jacked, I mean, you'll probably fail a drug test.
Good days.
100%.
Everyone's cracked out and they're cramping on the sidelines, but everyone's like, I'm ready to go. And they're like, oh, like one run. They're like, my fucking legs are cramping. I remember, I think it might have been Coach B. He's like, I'm tired of all you guys taking this jacked shit. Everybody was cramping. Everybody taking it before practice and shit. They're like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? Like, this is practice.
And then like a couple months later, it got banned for having meth in it.
Yeah, for having amphetamines in it. And people were like literally snorting jacked and like just eating the powder straight.
I remember we went to GNC and we asked them if they had any left, and the guy was like, I have 3 jars left. He's like, I'm not supposed to sell it. But he still sold it to, I think G-Man bought some or somebody. Oh man. Yeah, bad stuff.
When Jacked Micro came out and everyone's like, what the fuck is this? This might as well be fucking Kool-Aid. No,
yeah.
Jacked. Wow. But all right, Hunter, you want to get into the whoopsie?
The whoopsie? Sure. Cue the slide whistle, because we talked about it in the Hot 32, but I just think this is funny because the Jets cutting Quincy Enunwa. I guess he was injured all last year. So essentially, them cutting him, they paid him $20.25 million for 1 reception for -4 yards.
Yeah.
That's got to be the biggest whoopsie of all time. Like, at least Aaron Maben got a sack, you know?
Not for the Bills, he didn't.
Oh, he didn't?
No, not for the Bills.
Did he get more than 1 tackle?
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Okay. Well, he had more than 1 tackle.
In Maven Mayhem, he might have said that he got a sack.
Yeah. Oh, no, yeah, this is definitely horrible. But in fairness, Quincy Enunwa was decent before he signed that contract.
He was, but still, if you're an organization of any kind and you make a $20 million investment and it gives you negative results.
Yeah. Why did they cut him exactly? Like what
I
happened
don't
with
know.
him? Just
I don't know.
injuries probably?
Maybe he failed a physical or something.
Yeah.
But either way, the Jets are a bunch of stupid dummies.
Yeah, mainly Adam Gase.
Yeah, definitely an anti-Adam Gase show for sure.
Well,
Well, yeah, I mean,
think
I guess this really is going to be a quick show, fellas.
oh yeah, I told you. So I'll hop into
20
the
minutes.
where are they now?
Okay.
So
You sure it's not Jaquiz?
no, it's not just Jaquiz. What
Is it?
Jaquiz Rogers?
Does he have a funny name? Does it start with like a T? Is there a T in there?
There's a T in the last name.
That's what I'm thinking. I think I know the guy.
Look at his Haas thighs and his ginormous biceps.
Yeah, I definitely know who it is.
Who is it then?
260.
Well, can you give me a hint?
His nickname is the Burner.
Oh, Michael Turner?
Yeah, it's Michael Turner.
Wow.
Well, yeah, Michael the Burner Turner, dude. He was an absolute hoss, and he out of high school he only received one major college offer to Northern Illinois.
Do you know his spark grade?
No, that wasn't good. So he, as a senior in college, he rushed for 1,648 yards and had like a massive game against Alabama where Northern Illinois upset Bama. And I think Bear Bryant was coaching way back then or something. So, or they had Bear Bryant in the stadium and he just disrespected him, ran for 156 yards. But then he was drafted in the 5th round to the Chargers and he had to sit behind LaDainian Tomlinson, Lorenzo Neal, and Darren Sproles.
Okay.
So that was like one of the most loaded backfields of all time. So, but as a backup for the Chargers, he had 1,200 yards, 6 touchdowns, and averaged 5.5 yards per carry as a backup. So as like 3rd, 4th string. And everyone in the league kind of knew he was pretty good and were trying to trade for him. But the Falcons were like, we'll trade him for a 1st and a 3rd. And people were like, we're not giving you a 1st-round pick for your 3rd string running back. So he like wasted the first like 4 years of his career playing out just as a backup and special teams player. But then when he hit free agency, he signed to the Falcons and he absolutely went off. Like his first season as a starter, he had 1,699 yards and 17 touchdowns first season. And then he just kept going for there. He made a Pro Bowl in 2010.
Is that all purpose or rushing yards?
Rushing yards.
Michael Turner?
Yeah, dude.
Oh my gosh. Who led the league that year? Because that's a lot.
I don't know. Probably
What year did you say that was?
That was 2000 and I think 8.
Okay, I'm going to do some side research.
But also in 2010, he ran for 1,371 and 11 touchdowns. And in 2011, he ran for 1,340 and 11 touchdowns. So the Burner was absolutely electric for like a 3-4 year period. And then in 2013, the Falcons released him and he retired. He didn't want to play for any other team. He finished his Falcons career with 6,081 yards and 60 touchdowns. And, I just remember him playing. He was like a weird combination of shiftiness and power. He was 5'10", like 245, 250. He had like some LaDainian Tomlinson, jukes wiggle to him. And he was just fast enough to take it the distance as a big fat hoss. Did you find some research there, H?
Yeah. So interesting enough, he almost had the rushing title that year. He was about 61 yards off. Do you know who beat him?
Adrian Peterson.
It was Adrian Peterson. Do you know who was 14th in rushing in 2008?
Marshawn Lynch.
Frank Gore.
Oh.
Marshawn Lynch was 13th though. But funny enough, he had the same numbers as Frank Gore rushing wise, like yards wise. So actually could be 14th.
Marshawn?
Yeah. They both had 1,036.
Wow. So yeah. I mean, Michael was sick, dude. But nowadays he lives in Buckhead, a district in Atlanta, Georgia. So he's still around the Falcons area. I think he went to like his first game returning back as just like a honorary fan or something, did something there. And but he's very private about his personal life, doesn't really talk about his family or anything. But on a local Atlanta talk show called Smooth Draws, you can tune in and listen to him talk about cigars. He's
Oh,
a cigar aficionado.
it's like Mike Ditka.
Yes, Mike Turner's just living that big baller life, dude. He's still in the dirty Atlanta, and he's puffing cigars on radio shows nowadays.
I mean, that's the way to go. Just keep your personal shit out of the news and just relax and smoke some cigars.
Yep. So that's Mike Turner, dude.
Nice. That's another good ending. I like the good ending one.
Wait, nothing crazy? The whole thing is just that he's a cigar guy on the radio sometimes?
Yeah, I just, after Kellen Winslow, I really wanted to settle it down.
Yeah, no, that was definitely a palate cleanser. For sure.
Yeah.
I think we need another good one next week. Just double down on the nice ones because Kellen was so...
Yeah, Kellen was real bad, dude. It was hard to get through. But yeah.
Yeah, jeez.
All right, well, let's,
All right.
Get some of this fun game action, dude.
Yeah. Who's going first?
Austin, Hunter, then me. I'm first.
So you guys know, I didn't do honorable or dishonorable.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Okay.
I thought that the list was straightforward enough to not have that.
Okay. Well,
all right.
This week's fun game is top 3. This is a big category, but top 3 NFL conspiracies or controversial things.
I didn't know conspiracies were involved.
Yeah, I said that in the message.
Oh.
But so controversies, conspiracies, bad calls, just like the dark side of the NFL, the debatable things that may or may not be
so
true.
like Deflategate is an option?
That may or may not be on someone's list.
Yeah, I thought it was just like calls on the field.
As did I. I could have made a whole Patriots list if I knew it was stuff like that.
Well, okay, I'll take that off my list and we can make that a different game. So we'll just do top 3 controversial calls on the field.
Okay, because Patriots, you got Deflategate, you got
easy, Hunter, easy now.
Relax. We can say
recording people's practices. You got plowing the snow for a field goal.
We'll do it on another episode.
Just saying. Jake, do you know about the plowing the snow for a field goal?
I'm pretty sure. It sounds familiar.
It was a snowy game. The field was covered in snow.
We're literally going to do that game next week. We can just talk about it then. Hunter's trying to pre-jack here.
Yeah, come on, Hunter.
But,
I'm a big-time pre-jacker, okay?
Easy, dude, easy.
But, so top 3 controversial
Gotta keep mess over here now.
on the field. Yeah, okay. I guess Hunter, Austin, you can start, and then Hunter, then me.
All right, so for my number 3, I'm going with the Fail Mary. And this is the Packers Seahawks. This is like when the refs were on strike for a little bit and they had the replacement officials in. Oh, and the replacement officials were so bad. Like, it wasn't just this call. Like, the entire game, all the games were just horrible. Like, you didn't realize how good NFL officials were until this happened. But anyways, the game's on the line. Russell Wilson, I believe, throws up a Hail Mary. The Packers clearly intercepted. There's like 3 or 4 Packers. One of them picks it off and has it in both hands. And Golden Tate, like, wraps like one hand around it after the interception. And the refs call a touchdown because of simultaneous possession. But, like, it was obviously an interception by the Packers, and it completely fucked them over.
The game's final play is a Wilson loft to the end zone, which is fought for by Tate with Jennings simultaneous. Who has it? One guy goes up, touchdown. The other said no time.
How does MD Jennings not get credit for the interception? I have no idea. Call on the field stands. Touchdown.
Seahawks win in the most bizarre finish you'll ever see.
And then 3 days after this game, the NFL signed the contract with the refs, brought them all back. So that's how impactful this play call was.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the replacement refs were garbage. Like, it affected the game so much. And it's funny that, like, people are always talking about, like, oh, this ref made a bad call. It's like, you just realize how hard that job actually is. And it's like one bad call, they're like, fuck this guy forever. And, like, these news come in and they're just like, oh, this doesn't even make me angry. This is just, like, unbelievable how bad these dudes are.
Yeah. Who's that, huh?
My sister always
Peggy?
times me during the show for some odd fucking reason. She doesn't text me.
Probably watching live right now.
I know, she probably is. No, messaged her. Text me on Saturdays before you FaceTime me, because I know she watches the show.
Well, is it my turn?
Yeah, it's your turn, man.
Okay. So my number 3 is, I think it was an NFC Championship game. It was 2 years ago, I think, with the Saints and the Rams. I'm sure you guys have this on your list, but it's when Nick Hale, Roby Coleman comes in, and I think he smacks up Tommy Lee Lewis before the ball even gets to him. Like, clear and blatant pass interference. And the refs are just like, I don't know.
What?
And I think instead of having the ball at, like, the 1 yard line, the Saints then instead have to kick a field goal and then lose the game because of it.
Talk to each other. Crowd's going crazy as there's no flag right on the Saints sideline. Well, if Roby Coleman plays the ball, it's an interception. It's probably going the other way with it. I mean, the ball's on the other side of Roby Coleman.
Yeah. I mean, that's definitely a good one. The Saints fans are still butthurt about that.
Yeah. And that was the year before the Stephon Diggs thing.
Yeah. Yeah,
so they were super pissed.
It's kind of just a thing now that every year something horrific happens to the Saints.
In the playoffs, yeah. Perennial playoff losers.
Yeah.
The Saints are featured on my list twice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is it that one that I just said?
No.
You
well,
sure?
what is it, Jake? What's your number 3?
Well, yeah, Jake, what's your number 3?
My number 3 controversial call is Santonio Holmes catching the Super Bowl. Because, as you saw even on our episode, it's still debatable.
Yeah.
Is there a shot?
Like
if they're not, Steelers fan will tell you it's a touchdown.
Yeah.
Steelers fans, it's debatable.
Washington outside left. Roethlisberger has time. Throws to the back of the end zone, and it is caught for a touchdown by Holmes. And the Pittsburgh Steelers become the first franchise in history to win 6 Super Bowls. Santonio Holmes, 9 catches, 131 yards, and the game winner.
And, just how much uproar to this day still is about that call.
So, speaking of controversial Steelers plays, my number 2 is the immaculate reception. And this one is pretty controversial for a couple of reasons. But one is the double offensive touch rule at the time. Like if the ball, so it bounces, there's 2 players, there's a Raider and a Steeler. Ball bounces off of like a conglomeration of them, you can't really see. But if it bounced off a Steeler, then if Franco Harris touched that ball, then it would have been a penalty on the Steelers. But also, some people claim that the ball hit the ground and he scooped it off the ground and no one was paying attention because it bounced like 30 yards backwards.
No angles.
There's no angles. There's no camera angles conclusive. But Steelers fans will tell you, no, it was good. Bounce off the Raider guy.
No, you've seen the video.
Last chance for the Steelers. Bradshaw trying to get away. And his pass is broken up by Tatum. Tipped off. Franco Harris has it. And he's over. What? Franco Harris grabbed the ball on a deflection. seconds to go. He grabbed it with 5 seconds to go and scored.
Let's watch this
1 million
again.
to 1 odds on this one.
Watch this, Ricochet. Ricochet out there off of Jack Tatum and into the Man of the Year, Franco Harris's hands.
When you talk about Christmas miracles, here's the miracle of all miracles. Watch this one now. Bradshaw's lucky to even get rid of the ball. He shoots it out. Jack Tatum deflects it right into the hands of Harris. And he sets off, and the big 230-pound rookie slipped away from Warren and scored.
There's a damn statue of Franco in the airport. Come on. Yeah, my favorite thing about that whole thing is the video that they always show. Like, it's like if you had a half of an inch, like if the camera guy just panned down a half of an inch, you'd see everything. But he's like, oh, no, you don't need that part.
Here's my thing. In this day and age, when there are games that have drones doing synchronized dances, how do you not have an angle of anything ever? Like,
well, this was in like 1976.
But that still happens though. That still happens.
Oh, okay.
Like, there should be the top cream of the crop, newest of the new technology of cameras. Like, get a 360 camera. Get a bunch of 360 cameras everywhere, so they can be move the.
So you're talking about like when a replay happens, and then the first two angles, like each team is in front of the play, and then the third angle, like there's a ref or like a pylon in front of it, and you're like
either that or like the fact that the pylon cam is underutilized all the time.
I don't think that's true. I think the pylon cam is used for every touchdown.
Exactly. Like, it shows there should be the pylon cam right there, and then back like 10 yards or something, have like bam, 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 just a stack of cameras pointing all down. So it's like a force field of camera. No matter where the ball is, you can see the straight on angle. Like, you're the fucking NFL. Like,
camera force field.
Yeah, camera force field.
Yeah.
Put a little tracker on the skin of the ball so the camera automatically goes wherever that ball goes. It's crazy.
Okay.
That would take away the job of the cameraman in the NFL, which is one job that would be cool.
Yeah, that would be super cool.
Just on the sideline, some NFL player just fucking spears you because he went off the run. Like,
yeah.
Oh, speared by an NFL player, and now I'm in the hospital, but that still is really cool.
My turn?
Some of the best pictures. Like, when the photographers get destroyed, that, like, last 1, 2, 3, those pictures are amazing. And it's like, is it worth it? Like, you recover, and that picture was awesome. Like,
some people never recover.
Yeah, no, some people do get really fucked up, really bad. That one, I think it was like 2 years ago, there was like a girl photographer, so she was kind of smaller, and she had to get taken out on a stretcher because she just got completely obliterated.
Wow.
Wasn't it one guy from Erie? It was like one of the sports guys. Didn't he get fucked up at like a Steelers game and was like permanently disabled?
Yeah, he got a lot of money from that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's dangerous when you have, the best athletes in the country at like, especially, 250 pounds just going full.
They're in a helmet and pads, and you're just street clothes.
Yeah, I would definitely wear a helmet and pads if I was a photographer.
Yeah.
That's literally getting hit by a car, honestly.
My turn?
Yeah, it's yours.
All right. So I was thinking about playing defensively here because I think you guys are going to have my one, but I'm going to keep it how it is. Well, first, my one was the Immaculate Reception, but I'm changing it. So number 2, I'm going to go with the tuck rule.
Oh.
I don't think I'm familiar with the tuck rule.
So, Jake, the tuck rule, I believe the Raiders were playing the Patriots in the playoffs, and the Raiders were like heavily favorited. Might have been
the Super Bowl.
It was
the AFC Championship.
Yeah.
It was the AFC Championship.
Was it Tom Brady's first playoffs or like after?
Yeah. Yeah, it was like this went on to be their first Super Bowl.
I don't think Tom Brady was like a golden boy yet, necessarily. But basically, Tom Brady is throwing the ball, whatnot. He's in the pocket. He gets sacked, fumbles the ball. But they said because he was, forward motion or whatever, it was an incomplete pass. But the video, you can kind of clearly see Tom Brady is like tucking away from the sack. And so it's definitely a fumble and not like a forward pass.
The 42. Blitz. Lost the football. It's on the ground. Covered by the Raiders.
His college teammate, Charles Woodson, on the blitz. Tom Brady never sees him coming from the front side. Greg Biekert recovers the fumble. Charles Woodson, first time today I've seen him come on a blitz.
Oh. The question is, did he pull it down? His arm was going forward, but was he throwing the football?
Well, the exact term I can't think of, but if you throw a pass, and as you're faking that pass, now watch, as you're faking the pass, if it slipped out of your hand, that would be an incomplete pass. But was it forced out by Charles Woodson? I don't think the recoil of the fake throw is what made it come out of Tom Brady's hand.
After reviewing the play, the quarterback's arm was going forward. It is an incomplete pass. 2nd and 10 on the 42.
Wow.
But called the Tuck rule. I always used to think it was because I thought Justin Tuck was involved. But that's not the case.
Yeah, I mean, the Tuck rule was actually my number one, so we just swapped number ones for number twos.
Wow.
But
well, no, I'm not going to have the Immaculate Reception.
Yeah,
Oh.
but it was definitely like for Charles Woodson, dude. It was Charles Woodson that went in there, got that strip sack, and it just left a real bad taste in his mouth. Because the Raiders, I think the Raiders were like supposed to win that game. They're supposed to go. Like the Patriots are not that good. Tom Brady was just a young buck, snuck in and made that happen. Dude, changed history. So pretty much every Patriot Super Bowl has some kind of controversy behind it. That might have been the game with the snow and the clear out, field goal clear out too.
Oh, there's definitely snow. But yeah, so Jake, Tom Brady is like here.
Yeah.
Goes here, ball still in hand, and then takes it back to here. And then out.
Yeah, he was trying to throw to someone, but they like got covered up. So as he was throwing, he pulled it back in. He was going to reset and try to throw somewhere else.
Yeah.
Wasn't hit him.
I mean, everyone says the refs play towards the Patriots in the playoffs, Sometimes that's how things work.
Yeah.
Mine also, my number two, is a very similar situation. This is Saints v. Rams, and pretty much same thing happens. Strip sack, and they say it was forward, but the Saints return it from their 15 to the touchdown. And they were like, nope, it was dead.
Gurley has not been a factor yet. 6 touches, 5 yards total. That ball's out. Picked up by the Saints and Jordan. And now they're saying incomplete pass. And they've blown it dead. Jordan's down the sideline, but Walt Anderson is saying incomplete pass, no fumble, with pressure by Onyemata. Would have been an 87-yard fumble return for a touchdown. But this was blown dead. Hendrickson got in there. Onyemata got in there.
I'm not so sure, and they will. Sure looked to me like it came out before the hand was going forward. It's a clean recovery. I certainly think that's a fumble. Onyemata's the one who makes the hit. He's working against the young man who just came in at right guard, Jamil Demby.
We'll hear from Mike Pereira on the other side of the break.
It was same thing, like brought it back. It wasn't that he didn't like tuck down, but like brought it back, and it was like just right at the stopping point of going forward, hit, and like there was no control of the ball. Like it wasn't gripped to throw. It was just kind of like of the motion, just the ball still kind of went forward a little bit. Definitely a fumble, and scooped up, touchdown, and they were tied at the point. It was 3-3, and they're like, nope, it's dead. And so Saints got screwed over.
Yeah, that's a bad one.
Poor Saints.
Yeah, I feel bad for Saints fans.
You know, it's about the journey, not the destination, though.
I mean, it's about the destination, i.e. the Super Bowl.
So is it me now?
Yeah.
It was number one.
All right. So my number one was going to be Tuck Rule, but in light of Hunter taking it, I'm going to choose I went to the Bills-Texans playoff game last year. After halftime, the Bills kick it off, and the Texans returner grabs the ball, doesn't call a fair catch or anything, grabs the ball, walks like 2 feet, and then throws the ball at the ref, and the ref jumps out of the way and is like looking for someone to grab the ball, like it's clearly a live ball. The Bills grab it, score a touchdown, everyone's going crazy. The ref's like touchdown, and then a mysterious ref in all black clothing comes out of nowhere, goes up to the refs, they like says something, and then the refs are like, there was no touchdown on the play. It was a touchback. The player gave himself up or something.
The ref mafia.
Totally screwed us, dude.
That rhythm here. Only had 62 yards of offense in that first half. His low total for a half. Let's check in with Lisa.
Yeah, Tess, well, Bill O'Brien was not really in the mood.
Whoa! They are saying that's a live ball and a touchdown. As you can see, Carter vehemently defending his actions. That is being ruled a Buffalo Bills touchdown.
He doesn't take a knee, and he throws the ball at the referee.
Can you believe that? As Johnson smartly grabs it and scores. Jaquan Johnson, the rookie on special teams, says, I will gladly take it. John Perry, what do you got?
Let's see what this flag is for.
I've got an illegal forward.
You know, there is no fair catch signal. I get it. But the receiver in the end zone basically gives himself up. This play's over. This is common sense football officiating.
What's the signal there that he's doing with the two fists?
That's a safe signal. I'm not coming out. It's a safe signal. They all use it. Gives himself up. Tosses it to the referee. Let's interject some common sense here, men.
So when they give that safe signal, that's telling the ref, I'm not coming out.
No, he's telling his blockers up front, I'm not coming out.
After discussion, it's been determined that the runner gave himself up. Therefore, it is a touchback. It'll be Houston's ball at the 20-yard line.
Common sense prevails. But for a moment there,
But yeah, that would be my alternate number one / honorable mention / dishonorable mention.
Here, Russell.
Okay.
That's pretty funny.
You guys got a little sneak preview of mine just now. I can't believe none of you guys have said this one. But my number one is going to be when Jesse James didn't survive the ground.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was a huge thing for like a month.
Yeah. And then that rule was taken away the next.
Yeah. So again,
I remember that, yo.
Yeah.
My brother was pissed. Jack was fucking pissed.
Yeah, all Steelers fans were.
That's
and
a
they
rule.
legitimately kind of had the right to be because they kind of just made up a rule on the spot. But
and then took it away the next season. They were like, "What the fuck?" Like, we would have. Like,
so,
what?
Patriots, Steelers. Steelers are about to score a touchdown. Big Ben tosses it over the middle. Jesse James. Jesse James isn't touched by anyone. Knee down on like the 2 or the 3. Ball crosses the end zone. Right there, that's a touchdown.
Yeah.
That's a tutter. But the ball comes down, hits the ground after it crosses the plane, and he drops it. But the play's over. Ball over the line, nobody touched him. That's touchdown. It's done. Yeah. But he, hits the ball on the ground, drops it, and the refs are like, no. No way, Jose.
To him. To the end zone. Caught! Touchdown, Pittsburgh! Jesse James! 2 plays, they take it the distance.
Coming up from the 10. Ben takes the step, backs up, looks to the right with a pump, throws to the end zone, caught by James. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers have gone in front. It's amazing.
Gets the snap, wants to throw it.
Throws it for the touchdown to Jesse James. Would you believe that? The Steelers leapfrog back ahead with 28 seconds to go.
Previous play will go under review.
They are verifying it upstairs, and there's no doubt it's going to hold up.
That's a touchdown. It's got to be a touchdown.
Look at James. Now, Smith-Schuster's going to wall off the safety, and James is right in front of him. He's down, but no one touches him, so he's going to get in the end zone. This is going to stand unless he gets touched.
No, he's in. He never got touched.
Sure.
Yeah.
Wolf, what's it feel like down on the sidelines?
Feels like winning, baby. Now the Steelers have a 3-point lead. If this holds up, and it should, from our view, for every replay we looked at.
Tony Corrente.
After reviewing the play, the receiver in the end zone did not survive the ground. It's an incomplete pass.
This is unbelievable.
It'll be Pittsburgh's ball, 2nd down and 10 at the 10-yard line. The game clock is correct, and we'll start on the next snap.
Weren't the refs trying to say he didn't make like a football move or something? Like he didn't complete the catch, but he like grabbed it, ridiculous. Turned, and dove.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a crazy call. That was insane.
Yeah, just rewatching the video is nuts because like clearly a touchdown.
Yeah, that's I think they would have won the game if they would score or got ahead on, if I'm not mistaken. Could be though.
It was 24-27. So yeah, they would have taken the lead. They would have taken the lead with 30 seconds left in the game, so they probably would have won.
Damn. Yeah, that was fucked. And then they were like, "Oh yeah, that's not a rule anymore." We realized that was stupid.
Yeah, but Jake, this YouTube video I'm gonna send you, you're gonna have to cut it up a little bit because there's like a Pepe meme halfway through. And
pro Pepe meme podcast.
No, we don't need any Pepe.
Yeah, we don't want to get a meme suit here.
Yeah, I don't even know what Pepe meme is.
He's the frog.
Oh, come on, Jake.
The frog.
The frog was like
sad Pepe.
Yeah, there's the sad Pepe.
Wow, Jake is not a good meme.
No, I've always been.
Dude.
Jake, I'm not a good memer, and I know that.
I've always been anti-memes. I like them, but like just the idea of them, I don't want to like them.
No, I'm on the anti-meme train with you, but like I know Pepe.
So my number one, and I'm surprised that this wasn't talked about, but this was 2 seasons ago when the Saints just get fucked with the pass interference call with the Rams.
That was my third one.
Yeah, that was Hunter's, the one first one he mentioned.
I wasn't paying attention. I was looking for my number 2 that I had to switch because of Deflategate.
I said, I'm pretty sure this is going to be on everybody's list. And then, Jake, you said, I have a Saints one too. Or you said, I have 2 Saints one. And I said, was it the one I just talked about? And you said, no.
Yeah, I know. I didn't really listen. So I was like, I'm going
okay.
to no.
I just wasn't really listening.
I had to do research on the fly. You put me in that position. But, yeah, no, that's my number 1. And because I think it would have been a better Super Bowl if it were the Saints and not the Rams.
Absolutely. Jared Goff shit the bed on that Super Bowl.
It was just like, it was so blatant. Like, again, I think even more blatant than the whole surviving the ground. I really think it was, because it was just fuck the dude up, and they were like, no.
Yeah.
Like, way.
I mean, you kind of see that at the end of games, like the games on the line, like the refs don't like making the big decision.
Yeah, but that's your fucking job. Like,
Yeah.
Well, if it wasn't like immediately called on the field, they don't like coming in and changing it.
No, but it should have been immediately called on the field. That's the thing.
The ref didn't see it, Jake.
Open your fucking eyes. Like, that was so blatant.
Yeah. But, you get captivated. Like, you're looking at Drew Brees slinging the rock over there. And
well, then
you're not looking at the slot god.
You could have been fired, because if you're a professional, you can't be ogling at Drew Brees. You need to watch focused.
Well, Jake, you're also not taking into account that Nickel Roby-Coleman is only like 5'7", maybe. So maybe the ref didn't even see the tiny little fella.
Grow bigger.
I will say, though, the video is pretty heinous. Like, the ball is probably 3 yards away from Nickel Roby-Coleman, or from Tommy Lee Lewis, when he just makes contact with him.
That's why they tried to make that rule where you can challenge the pass interference, and then fucking Al Riveron and all their officials this year would just, every time that someone would throw the foul flag and challenge it, they would purposely just tell them to screw off. Like they would sit there, pretend like they're reviewing it, and be like, nope, calling the field stands, because they don't want the refs to have power taken away from them on the field and go into like the coaches being able to challenge them.
Well, I mean, if you're fucking up, you're fucking up.
Yeah, no, I think you should definitely be able to use it. Should go to an alternate ref, like a booth.
Yeah, like a separate guy.
Who's not friends with all these guys.
Or even, like, isn't that when they have, like, when they're like, oh, let's see what New York says, and it's like some rules people?
Well, when they go to New York, it's the head of officiating who is Al Riveron, who's the guy who didn't want the system.
Oh, okay.
So that's why it was like completely biased, because it would just go to him and he'd be like, nope, we're not reversing any of these. Like, if you make it on the field stands.
No, this would really enhance the experience, as if they were like, oh, they want to review that, and they go to review, and it's like, all right, fans at home, go on your NFL app and tell us what you think. If it was a penalty, and the fans vote, like American Idol style. And it shows the bars, like, oh, and it's
tweet hashtag that's fucked, or
because then the only people to blame is yourself.
Yeah.
I forgot, man.
Yeah, well, teams would start hiring a bunch of bots.
On birthdays, Trevor.
Bots.
Happy birthday, my friend. I got to take this mask off.
What are you
Hunter, come on now.
That was Taquio Spikes.
How much is he?
$65.
Oh, I mean, I'm interested.
What if I told you I was mistaken and he's $75?
I mean, what's $3 more per person?
But keep in mind, Marquise Goodwin is also $75, and Tracy Wolfson is $75.
Interesting.
But that's a conversation for later.
Yeah. Get that part out so we don't give anything away. But
yeah,
that's the game.
That was a fun game.
We don't have any honorable mentions or dishonorable. But next week we will do top conspiracies and really get into the dirt. Because my honorable mention and relax. And
one bark and he needs to relax.
Yeah, no, he shouldn't bark unless it's nighttime and he's protecting us. But I guess I do have one honorable mention that I wouldn't like necessarily. It's not a conspiracy, so I wouldn't really play next week. But it's kind of a bad call. It was Jerome Bettis makes for the coin toss in overtime, says tails, and ref flips it, and he's like, and heads, they get the ball, and just blatantly just says heads. He definitely said tails and gives him the ball, and then it's like, what? And they're like, all right, let's play, and it's like it just went over, and I was like, what? And it was just that was it. Nothing was brought up about it. Like,
yeah,
the ref's like, I'll give you the ball.
Funny stuff happens with the Steelers and the Patriots, dude.
In 1998, the Lions and Steelers were locked in a Thanksgiving throwdown when a late field goal forced overtime.
And we are tied at 16.
That's when referee Phil Luckett became the ultimate Thanksgiving turkey.
So now Phil Luckett is out at midfield for the coin toss.
Heads, tails, tails, heads. Call it plays in the air. Heads is the call. He said heads, it is a tails.
Then we saw the coin flip. Ref gives the ball to the Lions, and Jerome's going, whoa, what's going on here?
Oh, I believe he said tails. He did.
What could be the problem? It was a darn coin flip. Why is Jerome arguing?
Look at Jerome Bettis. What's going on?
Was there anything better than Bettis' expression? Bettis is like looking, what happened here? It's like someone stole his dog.
No, I think this was when he played.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
I'm saying the Steelers individually and the Patriots individually. Do you remember when Joe Namath came in to do the Super Bowl coin toss and then just
hammered?
Yeah, and he just tossed it as soon as he got it in his hand. They're like, whoa!
He was like blackout drunk in a big fur coat on.
So
like, here's the coin, and he's like,
what?
The ref made a sick catch on the coin, I think.
Oh, yeah. Reaction?
Yeah. Brought it down before it landed.
Yeah,
but
ruin the sanctity of the coin.
A list that Broadway Joe will never be on. The sweetest stash list.
Okay.
I know how you like DeAndre Hopkins, Jake.
I do like him.
Is DeAndre Hopkins your second favorite wide receiver?
And again, like when Brandon asked me if Stephon Diggs is my favorite, like I just think he's up there. I haven't made a definite.
We all know it's Stephon Diggs.
Huh?
It's Stephon
You're always
Diggs
talking
my
about
favorite. Yeah, you always talk about Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, I do always talk about him, but I mean, I like DeAndre Hopkins too. Like I follow them both on Instagram.
I think your list is probably Stephon Diggs, DeAndre Hopkins, and then it's probably a tie between Julian Edelman and Kenbrell Tompkins.
No, it's definitely just Julian Edelman.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
But I was right. He's your three?
Yeah. I would even consider maybe, and those that's a rotating three. Like it's always those three, but it's a rotating one.
Nice.
Now, Jake, would you rather be Stephon Diggs, Julian Edelman, or DeAndre Hopkins?
Wow. Fuck. I think I would rather
DeAndre Hopkins. Actually, no, Stephon. No, DeAndre Hopkins, I think.
I think I'd rather be DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah, DeAndre Hopkins.
I'd rather be Stephon Diggs, dude.
Stephon Diggs lives in Buffalo, dude.
He'll get out of there eventually.
No, I'd rather be DeAndre Hopkins. He wears Mason Margell and his mom's blind.
Yeah.
All right.
Want this, and she's like, "Is that what you want? To be blind?"
So let's get into this week's round of the stash bracket. Matchup 1. Oh, also, have we ever talked about how we criminally didn't include Stephon Diggs on the Bills?
For stash-wise?
Yeah, because he's got a sick stash.
Who was on the Bills?
Starlutalele.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's a shame.
Yeah. Sorry, Stephon. Honorable mention.
We could throw him back in there.
No, we can't.
Throw him back in randomly.
But, fellas, the fan vote, crazy this week. This one might not be what you would expect. Quentin Nelson versus Kendall Fuller. One of them has 83%. One of them has 17%. Who do you guys think won?
I think Quentin Nelson won.
Even if I said it's something that you didn't expect?
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I think.
So who do you think won, Austin?
Which one are we talking about? Hold on, I was putting on these headphones.
The first one on the list.
Are you going off of the computer list or the rundown list or this? So you're going Quentin Nelson?
Yes.
I'm going Quentin Nelson.
Oh, I'm saying Quentin Nelson won.
Even though I said that it might not be what you expect?
Yeah.
Yeah, Quentin Nelson won. So,
Play your games, Hunter.
welcome through, Big Q. This one, we got Danny Amendola versus Will Fuller V.
It's so tough.
For
The
me,
audience,
it's Will, dude.
the audience didn't think it was tough. 83% versus 17%.
Again, huh?
So, Jake, you think this one's tough?
Yeah, definitely.
Who would you give it to if you had to?
I had to hold the Instagram voter to give me extra time.
Wow.
Who would you give it to, though?
I would give it to Danny Amendola, as much as I don't like it.
I think you do like it. I think you're just a Patriots
I mean,
person.
I wish Danny Amendola's went a little bit longer, like Will Fuller's, but I think I just think Danny Amendola takes it.
Well, Will Fuller has won with 83% of the vote.
Yeah, to me, it's not even close. Will Fuller's is way cooler.
Yeah,
I like his mustache.
It's very sweet, very sick.
All right. Next matchup, Ryan Fitzpatrick versus John Johnson. I think Ryan Fitzpatrick might pose some problems later on in the bracket because people see all of this. So, Jake, next week we really need the Ryan Fitzpatrick beard edited out, just mustache pick.
Yeah. We might be able to get in touch with him and just have him shave it off.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
But this vote also, it's weird. A lot of 83%. 83 to 17. Who do you guys think took it?
I'd say Ryan. I don't think he's losing anytime soon.
Yeah. It's Ryan. But Jake, do you think that's doable, getting a pick of...
It won't be believable, but I could do
it. That's okay.
Ryan Fitzpatrick is my all-time favorite journeyman quarterback.
Journeyman quarterbacks are like a cool enigma, kind of.
Yeah. Definitely.
That's why we need the International Football League, the IFL.
Yeah, ton of journeymen. Malik Jackson versus Gardner Minshew. This one, I think personally, is a lot closer than the vote would lead you to believe.
Yeah, no, they're both qualities.
Yeah.
Malik Jackson looks like he has two thick pieces of felt like attached to his upper lip. Gardner Minshew, I think, just has like some down south mania going on.
Yeah, his hangs a little bit lower, which I like. It comes down a little bit farther.
Yeah, it does.
A choice to be made, and I think it works out for him in this case. But Malik Jackson, if you were drawing his like a caricature of him, for the mustache, you would just use the king size marker and just go. So, it's cool.
I just don't see many T-shirts with Malik Jackson's mustache on them, or just like any cultural,
True.
buzz whatsoever.
I personally struggled with this one, but the audience did not. 94% of voters think that Gardner Minshew has a sicker stash.
Yeah, that's overwhelming.
Yeah. So next we have Taylor Lewan versus Chad Henne. And Taylor Lewan's little prissy curly Q on the sides thing, not cutting it this round. Chad Henne wins with 84% of the vote.
I think Taylor Lewan, once he hears that, he's going to come to your house and stomp you out.
Good. I hope he talks about us on Bussin' with the Boys, and he talks about how cool we are and how big of a pussy he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Taylor Lewan.
He just lost to another journeyman, Chad Henne.
Yeah. Taylor Lewan may as well be a journeyman left tackle. Boom. Wow. I don't like the Titans.
One of these beefs has to pick up soon.
Yeah, you would think so. Chris Collinsworth,
we're just gonna keep
Taylor Lewan now. The city of Cincinnati.
We gotta quit switching off to different people every week. We need to settle into Chris Collinsworth and really take him down. Come on, guys.
Should not be the one we settle into. He's a nice guy.
Oh man, nice guys can get it too, man.
Yeah.
All right.
Back to the list though. This one I think was kind of unfair.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers, AJ Green, 89% went to Aaron Rodgers, and how could you disagree with that?
Yeah, I mean, it's A-Rod, dude. Look at that stash.
He looks like a sheriff.
Some local voters have said that they wish we had a straight-on picture of AJ Green, which I agree would do him more justice. But I still think even then, Aaron Rodgers is going to take it.
Jake, I don't know how many times we have to say it, but on Pro Football Focus, we do not let the inmates run the prison.
Yeah. If you want more pictures, there's Google for you. So do your own research.
Holy shit. All right, guys. I'm looking at these numbers for the first time myself, and this one genuinely surprised me, as you could tell from my genuinely surprised reaction. Cash Malulia.
Rodgers or Green?
And I think you're saying his name wrong because there's only one L in that.
I think you spelled it wrong.
Hey, that's how you spelled it, dude.
I think you should look it up. I think it's Malulia.
No, I spelled it right. Yeah, it's definitely Maluia. It's like Malua. Maluia.
Yeah, it's Malula.
All right. So we're just going to call him Cash Mula then.
Or no, it's Malui. It's Maluia.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, who do you guys think won?
I think it's Cash.
Yeah, I would go Cash for sure.
Is that personal, or is that what you guys think our audience did? Because keep in mind, we got a few Brownie fans in the audience.
Yeah, I'm sure just the local Ohio natives and G-Man and other people might have swayed this. But I think the real answer is Cash.
Yeah, I'm not here to say what I guess what the fans did, because we're going to find out what the fans did. I'm just here to give my opinion, which I think is Cash.
Well, the inmates agree. 53% goes to Cash Malulia.
Wow. The Cash man, dude.
Yeah.
I think next week I'm going to have to put dollar signs as the S's.
Definitely should. All right. Now we have Cam Jordan versus Joe Flacco.
Yeah, this one is a heavy hitter, dude.
Also, Jake, if you could maybe put in that picture of Cam Jordan from Twitter the other day, because I'm pretty sure he has a bionic eye.
A bionic eye?
Yeah, didn't you see that picture? With him and Kay Adams? If you zoom in on one of his eyes, it looks funky.
Well, I think they're going to pronounce Cash's name real quick. Let me see if...
Pick 204 overall. The New England Patriots have selected another linebacker here. This time it's going to be Cash Maluia.
That sounds really wrong.
That guy didn't know what he was talking about.
No,
that guy was just reading off of a card.
Cash Maluia.
Cash Mula. So, Cam Jordan versus Joe Flacco. What do you guys think?
Bionic eye. I think it's Cam Jordan. I think he's a hard stash to beat.
Yeah, definitely one of the top contenders.
And Joe Flacco's stash is just dirty.
Yeah, greasy trucker Joe Flacco. He lost to Cam Jordan. Cam Jordan got 75% of the vote.
I mean, Cam Jordan's one of the top dogs.
Oh,
if anyone was going to take him down, it was Joe, though. So
Cam Jordan, Will Fuller, Gardner, and Aaron Rodgers is going to be nuts.
Yeah, don't
forget about Dark Horse Cash Malulia.
Yeah.
Come on,
he was this picture. He's like, I'm just happy to be here, guys.
And Cash Maluia.
Yeah, number 202, Cash Maluia.
Cash, mecca like a high, mecca hiney ho.
Yeah.
Let's see what this bracket's looking like.
Well, no, we can't show it.
I'm just saying for next week's matchup.
Oh.
So it'll be Cam Jordan, Aaron Rodgers, Cash Mula, Chad Henne.
Yikes.
Gardner Minshew, Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Oof.
Quentin Nelson, and Will Fuller.
Quentin Nelson's getting an axe next week.
Yeah.
Such a diverse group of athletes.
Yeah, it really is. It really is.
This is why you
All
have
pros, late round draft picks, journeyman quarterbacks, Hall of Fame quarterbacks.
This is why you have to keep tuning in to Bro Football Focus. You don't get content like this anywhere else, not even on the internet, but on planet Earth. You don't get content like this.
Yeah, I mean,
And you especially don't get it from Chris Collinsworth's dusty ass, dude. He's not thinking of this stuff.
I mean, here's my thing. If I was a high school kid right now doing a report about NFL mustaches, the only source I could find would be Pro Football Focus.
Yeah, because you can't use Wikipedia.
No, exactly. We are proven sources. We're .edus, we're .govs, and we're .orgs. So we're reliable sources.
Each one of our brackets has been published in a Cambridge medical journal.
And some could even say that we are peer-reviewed.
We are definitely
yeah, we're definitely peer-reviewed, for sure.
You can find
Our
us.
episode rundown is in APA format.
Yeah, if you need our bibliography information, just go to our Instagram page. It's probably there.
No,
just
all
DM us.
You can find all of our bibliographies on Patreon for $5. That's the $5 tier.
Yeah, if you pay $10, we'll actually do MLA and APA, and for $15, we'll just send you the Easy Bib link.
We'll give you Chicago style.
Yeah.
We'll put it on the Dropbox for you. You can download it there.
Yeah. But as always, thanks for tuning in. Find us here on YouTube, Twitter at Bro Football Focus with 1 L, and Instagram at Bro Football Focus.
Yeah, good show. That was clean. It was crisp.
Yeah, it was a nice short one. Hardly any fumbles.
Yeah.
No fumbles, nothing controversial, really.
Oh, yeah, not really.
We're tuning it in.
Yeah.
We're again. No, I feel like this back half of 20 is going faster than the first 10.
Well, yeah, why wouldn't it?
Because, I don't know.
Oh. I mean, this one obviously just went extra fast because of no guest.
Oh, no, I'm saying these last 10 episodes, we're running through 10 to 20 faster than 1 to 10.
Yeah, I figured we would. I mean, we know what we're looking for now.
Yeah, we're getting pros, dude.
But yeah.
Yeah. Also, we don't do it at Wednesday at midnight.
That's true.
Yeah. Peace. I didn't know we were still recording.
Wave your hands. There we go.